Floorplan, simple as that. It needed a kick up the arse, basically. It's get stuck in a rut of 2 nightclubs and Yates's and Lloyd's and whatever, monopolising everybody, and there was no focal point for anything good or anything like that. And I think that's why it's successful. People wanted to listen to that music, they wanted a relaxed atmosphere, they didn't want to go and listen to a Nicki Minaj remix played 3 times by the same guy, so that's why it's successful. Simple as that.
Floorplan started something last year at Verve. It kind of gave me the idea to start something a little bit different, and since the opening of the Zetland, it kind of offered the opportunity to do that. It's great people who run the place, and it's a great venue. It's perfect for what we want to provide, and we thought it was a niche market in Huddersfield, so that's why we kind of started it.
It kind of recreates like a small rave vibe, you know what I mean, like a basement, dark, and that's how a lot of these bass nights are really.
Yeah, and like, the thing with Zetland as well, like people kind of pinning it as that kind of music, something different for Huddersfield as well. People don't pin it to anything else that Huddersfield offers.
Yeah, it's kind of all about a music night for Zetland really, compared to normal Tokyos.
I've been playing for years basically. I started DJing about 16, I'm an old boy now. We played like all over, but there was a massive gap in the Huddersfield scene. I guess After Party were the main players a couple of years back. We used to play there, we were residents there for a little bit. And then obviously the main guy that runs that Dolly, who's obviously living in LA, and I think just commitments wise he couldn't keep that on. And there was nowhere in Huddersfield. There was nowhere to go and listen to this like house music or anything like that. I mean, it's full of Yateses and Weatherspoons, and it's a massive scene, which is why we pretty much started it. And I guess like it's a chance. Having played like various nights ourselves anyway, you're always on someone else's lineup. Whereas we wanted to do things our way. We wanted to get DJs that we respected and artists that we wanted to book. So I guess that was the main reason.
Going to Camo and other student nightclubs and nothing to do, no good music just wasn't really an option. So when I met a few guys who had similar music tastes as me, it made sense to start something. And I'd done a wee bit of experience putting stuff on in the past, so it wasn't too much of a leap really to start doing it. We did things, as in, although this is music that I may have been listening to for a while, and other people may have been listening to for a while that have been involved in Floorplan, it's something that's really got quite a lot of attention in the media at the moment. Things like the way Radio 1 and popular music scored at the moment is a lot more geared towards the sort of artists that we're playing, from guys like Jack Master, who's now on the Radio 1 show, guys like LFI, these names are Triple XY, these names are big at the moment because you've got guys doing Radio 1 shows, like I said, like Jack, guys like Screaming Banger playing this sort of music on what is national radio, so it's got a lot of exposure that way. I think we did what we did well, as in we weren't trying to pretend to be anything or claim we were anything, but literally we're just there and play music and party. So I think as soon as people came down to the night, they realised what the vibe was, and they realised we weren't trying to sell them anything, we weren't trying to make them part ways with cash or trying to bring ourselves up in it. We were literally just trying to throw a party for that we could enjoy. And I think as well there was definitely a market doing that sort of music. And in Huddersfield where you've got so many students, I mean, was it like 8,000-9,000 students? At least a couple of hundred of those must need to be in the same sort of music as we are. So yeah, it was a bunch of things. And in fact we've got good guys as well doing it with lots of friends, and yeah, it's worked out.
Since August, so we've had Mr. Men, Mac and Paceman, Merkage, Royalty, and we just had Sounds of Suno come up, so we had Cry Wolf, T-Circus, and Kingston, and then we've got coming up, we've got Melody, Pusher Man, and Mickey Pierce all confirmed for the next month or so.
Well, Troy Gunner first, very melodic. Yeah, and Compa for the last one. We got Finally Linked twice. Yeah, that's music.
Huddersfield had Jackmaster, Triple XY, Squarehead, Lacosa, Ella Final. I've never said it correctly, but yeah, big names in a small town. It's bold. It's bold what we're doing, but if you don't take chances, you don't get success, I suppose.